इस बात में अटेंशन थोड़ा ज्यादा चाहिए, क्योंकि बाप दादा के पास हर एक बच्चे का रिकॉर्ड रहता है। जैसे आप अपना रिकॉर्ड रखते हो, ऐसे बाप दादा भी हर बच्चे का बीच बीच में रिकॉर्ड देखते। लक्ष्य बहुत अच्छे है। जिस समय प्लान बनाते हैं बहुत उमंग उत्साह से बनाते हैं, लेकिन बाद में अटेंशन देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप सबको मालूम है कि लक्ष्य को पूर्ण करने के लिए थोड़ा सा अटेंशन सब देते हैं, लेकिन नंबर तो स्वयं को किस नंबर में समझते हैं।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 17, Pilgrimage of Silence, World Transformation. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. This morning, Baba started morely beautifully that when we are in soul consciousness, our faces are full, blossomed like flowers, very, very happy. So each one feels that from yourself. You all are happy. If not, yes, I see hands that yes. If not, we just check in some subtle way, some kind of body consciousness is there. And then Baba said, body consciousness is the cause of all other vices also. So it was very beautiful. So I always, when Baba begins morely, I say, well, that's what Baba wants to see me. And that's what I have to be like. Always, always happy. Since few days, we have attention on increasing power of silence. So we call it pilgrimage of silence. And I think that each one of us, we notice some difference. Because when there is silence, it's like there is very deep experience of peace. And mind is so clear. When we think too much, wasteful thinking, unnecessarily thinking, then there is confusion. But when in silence, necessary thoughts will emerge at the right time, but also the quality of thoughts, as Baba said, is elevated. They are pure thoughts. Silence actually helps us to think properly, because in silence we were creating some different kinds of practices and creating some stage. So definitely that helps. Right? So it was beautiful. I had been whole day practicing how to be bestower of peace. And it's very, very good because when we do our homework, there is a tension on homework. Then we are able to cultivate, accumulate. We accumulate peace. Even we know that peace is our eternal quality. But when we pay attention, and especially on silence, whatever we have to do, we have to think, right? No one else is going to think for us. We have to think what we have to do. But silence here is not to have unnecessarily excessive thinking. And this way, very deeply, what helps us is that we find our self trust is growing. And in self trust, whatever you're thinking, you know is right, is true. So our level of thinking. Baba using word elevated thoughts, elevated stage. Elevate is not just positive. Elevate is where there is a virtue, there is some charity, there is something beneficial. And that's what Baba had been saying, like Baba said in slogan today, be image of virtues, help others also with virtues. Like yesterday, Baba in Bhog message said very nicely that we all are co-travelers. No, when we are on journey, we go anywhere, any trip. So if someone in the midway says, no, I don't want to continue, or I am feeling weak, or I am tired. So we try to help that soul, convince that soul, oh, you have come all the way, now it's short, very short is left, let's go. Or that person started with enthusiasm but lost enthusiasm. So we help. I like very much when Baba said, you all are co-travelers. So you have to help each other. or sometimes some feel the very high destination. Or somebody finds that it's difficult. So how we help that soul to convince that soul that's not difficult. You feeling it, no? When mind is weak, everything is difficult. When mind is strong, everything is easy. So we cooperate. And also through mind, just give blessings. You will make it. You are very elevated. You have strong determination. So when you have through thoughts, or even you have to speak words, they are like blessings for that soul. At that time, they work like blessings. So this way, whatever is important, whatever is elevated, whatever is necessary, your mind will be able to do it. Recently, I, came to know that the team at UN office, they're planning very good program called Shakti. So they asked me to give few minutes message. So I did recording. I don't remember what I said, but it's like all awakening deeply from within, Shakti or power, by staying connected with Shiva. That awareness will give you power all the time. So they were saying, so beautiful message. I said, really, I don't remember. So what I find, because then there is power of silence, then the way your intellect emerges, come up with some thoughts for different themes according to the need, what people need, you will say that. So in silence, like we really connect with the souls of the world. Not like in a physical way, but what soul needs, what message they need. Even when you are in family, you have to say certain things to your children. So you will say in such a way, it has impact, right? Not that they are controlled and they don't do what they should not do, but they are inspired. They are inspired to take to right direction, right path. So in your thoughts, there is this power, this clarity. And also because in silence, you are so much with your own true self. So whatever you will think and convey to other souls, they will be touched by that truth. And this is what I experienced that. And that is why, of course, it is good verbally silence, but if we have to speak, we speak. Whatever we need to think, we think. Because it's such a living energy, the mind. It works consistent 24 hours. It's only when it's in some experience, like deep churning, churning of knowledge, reflections. When you do that, it goes in silence very beautifully. Or I want to experience one relationship with Baba. I want to experience Baba as my parents of the soul. Very deep silence can be experienced while doing that. But also while reading Murli, listening to Murli, if mind is silent, you really understand and you are clearly touched by what Baba is saying and what are Baba's directions. Otherwise, while listening, also mind is thinking, intellect is thinking, might be like this, it should be like that. This is the example, not negative. But if you can be really listening to Baba in silence, or even when reading, I notice that when I am reading Murli in silence, every word means so much. Every word has such deep meaning and also creates the awareness that this is what I need to become. So it's like in silence, capacity to receive. Soul can keep taking, keep receiving. Otherwise, our own thoughts could block that receiving. Or even when it comes to God's love, to experience God's love, one needs to have silence. Okay, whatever you have to say to Baba, say it, and then be silent to get the answers, to receive what you want. But if you keep thinking, keep saying through the mind, once your thought is a pure thought, it will be accomplished. Why Brahma Baba, whatever he thought and he spoke, he never doubted that. Because he knew that one day or other, that thought will change into reality. Today I was thinking, 60 plus years before when I met Brahma Baba, whatever Baba said, I never even thought about myself that way. But I see everything comes so true, becomes reality. So same will happen to us also when you have thought for someone's, upliftment or bringing some more benefit to the soul. Because our vision is always high on H1. No? We always say, oh, this one should also go fast. This one also should be in remembrance of Baba more. Whatever pure thoughts are there. They're not desires, they're not expectations. But these are the thoughts really coming from pure heart. And when you have that, they will be fulfilled. Yes, maybe not immediately. Maybe not immediately, but you should never, never think again, will this happen or not? So do whatever you have to do. That means think from your pure heart. So in silence, that purity also is emerging. No? In deep silence, there are no desires, no expectations. but of course, pure thoughts emerge. And whatever you think and say with pure thoughts, they become the blessings for others. When Baba said, give blessing to each other, what bless? God gives blessings. But we also can, through our pure thoughts, elevated thoughts, whatever we think for someone will become blessings for that soul. That's why Baba said, be bestower of blessings. Because in silence, our soul's power becomes very subtle one. And you know that anything which is angelic and subtle has more power. Our intellect and mind now is very, very subtle. It doesn't get caught up into physical and gross things. So silence creates this very subtle energy. And in that subtle energy, you remain light in the sense of that you are not overthinking the burden of being always thinking. You think, you say to Baba, then you are free, right? Baba and drama are very powerful. Baba is almighty. Drama also is powerful. So everything will happen according to drama, right? Why should I have as thought? No. Think elevated and share that and be detached and observe. One time Baba had said, don't wait for the result, but continue on journey by sharing virtues, sharing powers, sharing blessings. Those who are charitable, great souls, what they do, they have such kindness that they all the time wants to share, share, share. And they are very incognito. They don't announce it. Today they were, some very beautiful story was sent to me. There is a person in India who is second number richest, but not known. And he is Muslim, but during partition he decided to stay in India. Many times in Pakistan they called him and said, come, we will make you prime minister, because he's a very successful person. And he said, no, India is my mother country. That's where I'm born and I'm not going to leave. 75% of his property is just for development in villages for their education. And he's like in the world richest, not much known, but he likes to create educational institute and very humble, very simple, but very charitable. See, every day's contribution are charity 22 crores per day rupees just for villagers. So real charitable soul doesn't hold on to anything. How it came to me, he was very interested in education. I should provide that to others also. Like Baba says, you got the message. Now you give message to others. Now you know how to connect with Baba. Help others also. No, that's charity. So elevated thoughts are always also thoughts of like how can we help the souls who are suffering. But the capacity to all that is through silence. And then in silence, Baba is also in silence. Very beautifully connect with Baba and keep taking powers from Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Journey, Diamond Day. The Father decorates us through sharing from the Dadis.
ओम शांति। कौन है मेरा बाबा? ये थोड़ा अभी सोच लो, कौन है मेरा बाबा?
हमारे को बाबा मिला तो हर दिन हर पल मिलन मनाते हैं। हीरा हमें बना और बाबा कहना अर्थात बाबा की विशेषताएं सामने आना। एक बाबा दूसरा मुख। किन शब्दों में आपका धन्यवाद करें। पहला ये आता मैं और बाबा ने जो कहा है कि ये है मुक्ति वर्ष अर्थात बेहद के त्यागी वर्ष। तो हम समर्पित वालों को क्या त्याग चाहिए? अहम का त्याग चाहिए। ये बहुत बड़ा त्याग है। हमने देखा आज अपने इतने 60 बरस के संगठन में जब भी कोई को माया आई है, उनका मूल कारण अहम का अभिमान, अहम का नशा, अहम का अहम में सब आता। चाहे अहम बुद्धि का नशा है, चाहे अहम अक्ल का नशा है, कि होशियारी का नशा है, या कोई भी कार्य का नशा है, या धन का नशा है। ये अनेक नशे हैं। या लौकिक का नशा है, या जॉब का नशा है, पढ़ाई का नशा है। ये सब नशे कहा जाता है। नशे सभी में है नुकसान। तो ये जो देह अभिमान के अनेक गुप्त नशे है, ये बाहर से नहीं दिखाई पड़ते, पर ये सब अभिमान के गुप्त नशे बहुत नुकसानकारक। इसीलिए कई बार आता है कि गोपी बनना अच्छा है। गोपी बनने में नशा नहीं आता, पर जब अपने को गोप समझते तो नशा आता। इसकी भी गुह्य फिलॉसफी है। गोप अपने को नशा समझते, जैसे उदाहरण में कहा है उद्धव और गोपियां। उद्धव चला गोपियों को शिक्षा देने, कहते हैं ना। उद्धव माना नशा, गोपी माना बाबा के लौ में लीन। तो आप कभी उद्धव नहीं बनना प्लीज। उद्धव बनेंगे जरूर कुछ नशा चलेगा। गोपी रहेंगे तो लौ में लीन रहेंगे, प्रीत बुद्धि रहेगी। हम सभी गोपियां, भले आप लोग को पांडव कहे, परंतु प्रैक्टिकल में हम सभी गोपियां, चाहे भाई हो या बहन हो। गोपी बनने में बहुत आनंद है, पर उद्धव बनेंगे आनंद का आनंद नहीं लेंगे। ठीक है, समझ रहे हैं? उद्धव को अभिमान था, नशा था। हमें बाबा के सामने न उद्धव बनना है न नशा दिखाना। दूसरा कहा जाता, बड़े तो बड़े, छोटे सुभान अल्लाह। छोटों की, बड़ों को तो फिर भी फिक्रात होंगी, छोटे बेफिक्रात हो जाते। इसलिए हम सभी सना छोटे हैं, बड़े कोई नहीं। जैसे आज भी बाबा कहे कि ब्रह्मा गुरु नहीं है, गुरु तो वो ही है ना। मुरली में कहते ब्रह्मा, पर ब्रह्मा गुरु नहीं है, गुरु तो गुरु का गुरु बाबा है। तुम्हें ब्रह्मा को भी याद नहीं। और यह बात बाबा की मुरली में हर रोज आती, तुम्हें ब्रह्मा को भी नहीं याद करना दे। और हम तो सदी बाप दादा के सिवा हमारी गाड़ी है क्या? हम ब्रह्मा के सिवा कहाँ जाएंगे? लेकिन बाबा सदैव कहते ब्रह्मा को भी याद नहीं करो। अर्थात जब ब्रह्मा को ही नहीं याद करना, तो हम किसी भी, कैसा भी कोई टीचर हो कि टीचर का बाप हो, या कोई भी दुनिया में बड़ा हो कि छोटा हो, कि सेठ हो कि सेठ का भी सेठ हो, राजा हो या लड़को हो, कि बहन हो या भाई हो, कि माँ हो कि मासी हो, मामी हो कि नानी हो, हमारे लिए सब मरे पड़े हैं। चाहे हमारी टीचर है कि जोन हेड है, कि जोन की बड़ी है, कि बड़ी अच्छी स्पीकर है, माँ समान है, सब ठीक है। लेकिन माँ बाप सब कुछ मेरा एक है। हमें कभी किसी के प्रभाव में नहीं आना।
बेहद का प्यार आपने हमको है दिया, हीरा हमें बना कर श्रृंगार है किया। श्रीमत से मन चमन को आवाज हम करें, किन शब्दों में आपका धन्यवाद करें। दिन रात की ये सेवा हम याद करें, किन शब्दों में आपका धन्यवाद करें।
And would like to invite our angel, Sister Elizabeth. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Bhumi Ben. And thank you, Mohini Didi, for today's class. It really summed up this whole pilgrimage of silence for this soul. You keep saying this word trust, and I kept interpreting it in different ways. And I think today I finally understood to be able to trust my own thoughts, to trust my mind, and also my perceptions, how I see things, how I understand others. And I can't think of a better mindset for ourselves to be world benefactors. And so today our homework, as world benefactors, world transformation. I, the soul, am a lamp of the world transformer Father's hope. In silence, I recognize that I have deep love for Bap Dada. And Bap Dada has even greater love for me, the soul. This love is the basis for world transformation. So now I would like to invite you to just have a clear, calm mind, and let's together on this journey as co-travelers settle into this silence and experience with the meditation and the melody this wonderful pilgrimage of silence as a world transformer. Om Shanti. I, the soul, am a lamp. I am a lamp of the world transformer Father's hope. In the silence, I recognize that I have a deep love for Bap Dada. And Bap Dada has even greater love for me, the soul. This love is the basis for world transformation. I know who I am. I know whom I belong to. And I know where I'm going. With this embodied wisdom, I, the soul, can transform the world through my self-transformation. Oh, this soul is a flame of hope. Oh, this soul is a flame of hope. Lamp of light, burning bright from a place of love. Lamp of light, burning bright for the one above. Now times are changing, exchanging the old from new. How we're engaging, rearranging, we're gonna make it through.
self-transformation. Make a donation, be the foundation for the creation. World transformation. God's incarnation, giving us salvation through our vibration. I have deep love for Shiv Baba above. His love is greater. This love moves the soul, transforming our role. He's the one creator. We are lamps of hope. What are we waiting for? Become what we were before. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good night. Om Shanti.